These dark circles are barking woof woof. You're gonna prime the eyes first with a primer. I'm using this one by Rock. If you don't prep your under eye, your concealer can look thick and cakey. Then let's go in with a color corrector. You want something peach like this color here. If you have caramel and deep skin, you want something more of a burnt orange color like this. So here's your two color comparisons. The peach and orange corrector is going to counteract the blueness that shows under the eyes. If you look at the color wheel, orange is the opposite of blue, so that's why we color correct that way. I'm gonna take the Anissa Conceal and Correct brush. I've been loving this brush. They just launched these and it's a limited edition. I'm gonna take this. I wanna pat it on because the corrector, I don't want it to thin out. I want that color to stay. So I wanna do this tap, 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 tapping motion. Then take your foundation, whichever one that you all want, and we're gonna buff this in. We're gonna put this on top of the corrector. Now, if you need extra brightening, then you can go in with a concealer that's a very thin consistency, because if you use too thick of a concealer after doing corrector and then foundation, it's a lot. You're gonna look cakey schmakey. This is the Natasha Denona one that's very, very thin and lightweight, but look at that pigmentation. Take that, I'm gonna put a little bit here where my dark circles are barking, a little bit out here, and then you could just take a brush like this one. This is the Ingle concealer brush, and we're going to kind of tap this on again, and then a little bit out here. Do you see how it's brightening everything? It's adding a little bit extra layer of coverage, but we want the least amount of product possible. We just want to brighten it, just like that. Do you see the difference between this side and this side? Dark pegs are gone. Last up is just walking in with the powder. You want to use the least amount of powder possible. I'm going to take this Puff Puff Pass powder by Kimchi Beauty. It's amazing. And I'm going to take the Cover and Set brush from Anissa. It is the perfect density for applying powder without having to use a sponge. I like to dip it in the powder, kind of swirl it in the cap, tap off the excess, tap on the powder here, kind of the light motion. We're just going to set that concealer down in the lightest layer, and this brush is perfect for that because it doesn't deposit too much powder. So look at the difference between this side and this side. You see how that powder is kind of setting everything, but I applied the least amount, tapped it in with a really soft brush like this. Bam, dark circles are gone.